Welcome back, trainers. So here we are again. We're going to be using my son's account. Now, I did make some of these Community Day Pokemon during that event that we did have for the whole Kanto deal. So we do have the Frenzy Plant Venusaur, Shiny, the IVs. They're horrible. I'm talking at least a 103 on the Venusaur. Charizard's not great, and the Alolan Muck is also not too great. We caught that one in the wild. It Go Plussed it, as a matter of fact. Wild spawn, so we're able to get that underneath here with the CP that we need. And as far as the charge moves are concerned, we are down to pretty much none. We are using Poison Jab and Acid Spray at the time for this battle here. We're going to change that up once we do get some TMs. And simple as that. Otherwise, let's see what we have. Now, this is going to potentially help people out who are at the lower ranks and want a team idea. There's many different teams out there that we have seen through different content creators, myself, and just simply you making teams, right? So here's just another example. We already know the Community Day moves are going to be extremely good, right? Right. So let's go ahead and get into that. Up against this Raichu, we had a great lead. So with the electric, it's either going to have a Brick Break or some electric move, Wild Charge more than likely, and all that is resisted by Venusaur. And seeing that we're not Shadow, we're going to be having a lot more wiggle room to do what we need to do. In comes the Dragonair, we Vine Whip down. So as you have already noticed, this is obviously going to be in the Open Great League. So here we go. We have a bad lead here. But here's the thing. We do have two Pokemon in the back that can handle it. So not the worst situation. Now that Toxicroak does have Poison Jab. At first glance, you might laugh, but you'll see the Toxicroak will be getting the last laugh when it comes down to the end of this battle here. So we're going to go ahead and throw this. We got a shield out of them. That's still doing a lot of damage, even though it's resisted. We're going to go ahead and let this Mud Bomb go through. It's going to be able to take us out. Now, maybe we want to go in here with the Venusaur and start farming up a bit. They're going to be throwing a Mud Bomb that was way too quick for a Sludge Bomb. Doing some decent damage. Now, with that Poison Jab, it is going to be doing a little bit more damage as opposed to the counter. They're getting stabbed still, and it is doing neutral damage. So they're swapping into their Bronzor, and we're just going to go ahead and throw out Frenzy Plant. So at this time, we are going to be able to farm it down, and they shouldn't be able to get to another charge move. Beautiful. We have a shield left. This is looking pretty good, and they have a Altaria. So at least we have energy and a Dragon Claw. And it's doing some decent damage here. Venusaur is not going to want to see that. So long as we can get all the shields. All right, there we go. We should be able to potentially pull this off, or at least come close, shield this up, hit it with the Sludge. Now it's all up to the Venusaur being able to get to a Frenzy Plant up against the Toxicroak here. We really can't farm too much more because, well, that Dragon Breath is just eating into us. Now here's where the Poison Jab comes into play and takes us out. Counter still hurts, even though we resist it from Toxicroak, but I think we may have been able to get to a Frenzy Plant. So, hey, that's spicy Poison Jab. So they're going to be swapping into their Skarmory right away when they did have that Umbreon entrance up against our Venusaur. I guess that's an okay matchup for us, and we're going to go ahead and swap, obviously, because that's a horrible matchup for Venusaur, and bringing in our Muck. Was that a misplay? Kind of. You kind of want your Muck to go up against, I don't know, Umbreon because you're resisting it. You can hit it with Sludge Wave. Charizard would have been doing super effective with the fire moves. You make mistakes, right? I just forgot the order of the Pokemon. So now we're going to go ahead and go in here. Now, a way we can salvage this is just farm down. I mean, I don't think we really have a choice. Yeah, we weren't even able to hit a charge move anyways. So they're going to be bringing in a Raichu now. We have a win con here. Just go for the Blast Burn. We'll get that last shield, swap into our Venusaur, and they're going to be going back into that Umbreon, and now we're going to be able to simply spam them into oblivion with Frenzy Plants because Frenzy Plant is just, that good, right? And we're going to go ahead and let this go through. It is a Dark Pulse, doing some decent damage, but since the quick move on the Umbreon is not too threatening, and we do resist the quick move on the Raichu, we're going to be looking perfectly fine. Plus, we kind of need to save a shield, sort of, for it. Doesn't look like we need to, actually, because we're just going to be able to get that Frenzy Plant off because we're able to farm it down, and one more Vine Whip takes the win there. Now, I'm going to tell you something as we do go on through these battles here. I start to swap when I don't need to. I'm in a comfortable lead position, and I swap. And the reason why I do that is because I want to start challenging myself. I just start to do that. When I'm at this lower rank here, I mean, I have a little fun. And for some cases, I actually try to win the battle without actually using a shield. Now, you can't just do this right off the bat. I mean, if you don't have such a great lead, you're going to have to use a shield. But yeah, you'll see. So we're going to be going up against the Galvantula here. Almost able to take them out. We're going to go ahead and let that go through. That's fine. They've used a shield. We haven't used any. The Charizard's able to actually get the damage through before the Volt Switch's damage even registers, so that's fantastic. And they're bringing in a Diggersby, so Earthquake, it's not going to really do too much, and obviously, well, I mean, Earthquake will do okay damage, but they're going to be throwing that Fire Punch, which is resisted here. Going for the Blast Burn instantly, which is going to do a ton of damage to that Diggersby. We're looking fantastic. So what are we going to do here? I think I want to farm a little bit and then swap into our Muck to catch this here. I didn't really care to catch. I just wanted to gain a little bit of extra farm for whatever they do have in the back there. We have 2 shields, and it is going to be a Shiftry. So, I mean, both the Pokemon we have are just going to be hard countering this thing. We know Shiftry hits hard, but with 2 shields, there's no way. So, going to go ahead and let this Leaf Blade go through, kind of just toying around. This is one of those 2 shield situations. That's why I kind of explained that. I could totally shield this up, but I'm going to let it go through and just bring in Charizard and go for Blast Burn. So, like I said, I'm not necessarily trying to flex on anybody. I'm just having a little fun with my son's account here. And a few of you are asking, does he play PvP? He doesn't. He doesn't have any interest in this game anymore. You know, his dad plays it every single day since it's been out. He sees me playing it, sees me editing, watching videos. He's sick and tired of it, right? So, going up against an Altaria here, we had a horrible lead, swapping into our Charizard to hit it with at least Dragon Claws, I suppose, and we're getting a shield, so that's good. Venusaur can do a lot of damage with the Sludge Bomb. It's a lot better of a matchup up against this than, say, a Skarmory, for instance. So we definitely want to go in here with the Muck and then go for the Sludge Wave here. Still holding on to 1 shield. We can do a lot of damage with that Venusaur. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, all right, they potentially don't like fighters as well as, I don't know, grass. Altaria has a big resistance to grass. They have it up front, so what could it be in the back? Oh, well, there you go. There's one. Well, that's not necessarily weak to grass, but the poison typing on Venusaur, so we're going to be able to one-shot this here. And what else is going to be back there? And it's an Azumarill. Venusaur's coming in clutch for us here, able to sweep it up after we did take out that Altaria. It was a bit of a problem, but we're able to come back from that and take the win. Looking good. Let's keep it moving. Got a decently long video here, about 21 minutes of battles, so let's go. And we're met with a Hariyama. Okay, sounds good to me. And we're just gonna go ahead. Now this is another one of those cases where I swap. This is a winning matchup. I could simply just stay here. Dynamic Punch will hurt if that's what they throw at us. I do believe I shield. Yeah, we resist it, but we want to stay comfortable within this battle. As you can see, the counters are really adding up here. We're gonna be able to outpace them. So what I do after this, though, as I throw it, they shield up. They use 2 shields, and I swap into Charizard. Let this through knowing it's going to be Dynamic Punch, and wow, it really does a lot of damage. There was really no need for me to swap it. Now, since I did do that, they're bringing in their Lantern to hard counter me here. Going to go ahead and hit that Blast Burn, which is still going to do decent damage. Okay, it's not the worst case scenario in the world. Bringing back our Venusaur, and we are going to shield this up. Gain as much energy as we possibly can, and try to make a comeback from that stupid swap that we tried to have a little fun doing here. Building up to almost 2 Frenzy Plants. We got about 1 more quick move to do to get to our next one here. And it is a Charizard, and we're not able to do that, so that's just lovely. And bringing in the Muck here. I'm just hoping that this is not a Blast Burn. If it is, it's pretty much a GG's. They hit that Dragon Claw, and we're able to get to the Sludge. Beautiful. This should KO the Charizard. And down they go. In comes the Hariyama. And we're able to get to the Dark Pulse. Will it KO? That is the question. We have 1 HP, folks. 1. And we're able to take the win. Okay, I don't think we should be doing stupid swaps when it's not necessary. Alright, on to our next opponent. And we're going to be met with a Shadow Vic. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. This is another one of those battles where I do swap. This is an easy win for Venusaur. It's going to require some shields potentially if they, I don't know, have a Sludge Wave or something like, or Sludge Bomb, sorry. And we swapped into our Muck because I was thinking, well, we have 2 counters to it in the back. And since I did swap into Muck, we were able to pull out that Bastodon, which is actually technically really good for us now that we can get it out of the way. And Charizard's not going to have to worry about it because that's not a matchup you want to be in. So that's another strategy you can use to your advantage. Throwing out a Pokemon, trying to bait out something that you want to personally get rid of, and then you're going to be able to work around that situation because you did bait out that weakness, and once you get rid of it, your one Pokemon's going to be able to take over the whole situation. So anyways, bringing in the Venusaur here, I don't remember if I use a shield here or not. Okay, we're letting it go through. That's fine. We want to come back in here and farm, and I think we're going to do it with the muck. Yeah, exactly, because, well, we have the Charizard. So once we get this thing out of the way, we should be looking good, as well as having a shield left. And they have a Raichu. Okay, so things just got a little bit... we have a little technical difficulties here. This is super effective. So we're shielding up the Thunder Punch. And they did not swap. We're going to go for the Blast Burn. And take them out. In comes the Shadow, or yeah, Shadow Vic. And they're going to throw a charge move here. It doesn't matter. Acid Spray. And we take the win. Looking good. That's it. We just needed to get rid of that Bastiodon. They did have another counter to Flyers, which was that Raichu, but we're able to hit that Blast Burn. So looking good. So on to our next battle here. Met with an Obstagoon here. Now, you know, we're at the, you know, some lower battles. So if they throw the incorrect move, it is what it is. Okay. Some people just don't care, and they only have one move. You know, it's hard to get that dust out here, and not everybody buys secondary moves, so that's why they went for that cross chop. Now we run into the Entei here, and this is where things get interesting. I kind of laughed, and I was like, all right, Flamethrower, Iron Head, whatever. Overheat. I didn't know it charges that stinking fast. Oh my goodness, okay. Charizard down. Getting off a Dragon Claw. We got both shields. We got the muck left, so I guess no problem. But I'm going to know better to shield. Even though they lowered their attack, that's still going to hurt. My goodness. That charge is so stinking quick. Alright, so we're building up extra energy. And they actually throw in the Lapras and catch a charge move, which I must say, that was a nice catch. If that was intentional there, they very well done. We're going to go ahead and go for another one here. Thinking I should have maybe went for the Sludge. But at the same time, we're going to go ahead and just swap into our Venusaur here. And not hit the Frenzy Plant. In comes that Entei, so what we're going to have to do is definitely shield up this Overheat, okay, because I will KO. And we're probably not going to be able to farm down. We're just going to go ahead and throw right now. And we should be okay to work around this Obstagoon here. And another Cross Chop is going to be doing neutral damage, and that's fine. They're not going to be able to get to the KO, and we're able to get to another one here. This is not very effective, but it's still enough to take out that Obstagoon. And we take the win. Fantastic. All right, moving on. We're going to be leading with Venusaur the entire time here. And we're met with Cresselia. So if there's no confusion, it's not as bad as you think. Sure, it's super effective quick move, but hey. So we throw in a Charizard to catch a potential, I don't know, bait here. And it was a Grass Knot. Fantastic. So that was a pretty nice catch. And they're bringing in a Raichu here. So not a great situation. Not, you know, could be worse, I suppose, because we do have the Alolan Muck, which is going to be able to do super effective and potentially farm it down here, depending on how low we do get it. They're shielding again. So we are absolutely, well, we can go in here with Venusaur too. Technically, I think we should go in here with Venusaur because of what they did enter into the battle with. So they're going for Thunder Punch. And I already know they had a little bit more energy there, but we're able to go before they can and taking them out. They have no more shields. Cresselia back there. This is great. We're going to go ahead and get off the Frenzy, and I think we may just stay here. We may swap into Muck right away. Yep, there we go. And they have a Toxicroak back there. This one does have counter, and both of these moves are not very effective, but we're going to just go ahead and throw that Sludge Wave, which is going to be hitting the hardest here. That's our best winning scenario, I suppose. They're going to go for Mud Bomb, getting a little bit more farm, which is a little unfortunate. Going to be bringing back that Venusaur, of course, is all we have left. Able to get to a charge move before they can. And we want to do that before they hit that Mud Bomb because, well, we're a little bit low on our health. We don't want to use our shield yet because this Cresselia is going to hit us with a charge move here. I'm thinking they only have Grass Knot, but like we discussed, not everybody can afford these, especially a Legendary. It's a lot of Stardust as well as candies. The Grass Knot is massively resisted, and we're able to take those Psycho Cuts and get to the Frenzy Plant here. Got a little bit of Force Close, I do believe, and we're taking the win. All right, on to our next opponent. You know, I'm wondering when they're going to give Venusaur a Community Day or even put it in the pool for candidates to be picked because, well, they went to Charizard. Charizard got Dragon Breath. They put Blastoise in the pool, but it didn't get picked, and it did have, what is it, Aura Sphere, which would have made it very interesting to go up against, I don't know, ice types because, well, everything you throw at it other than, I don't know, I guess you have a Flash Cannon, which is good, but it's not good, but it's super effective. But it just would have made it interesting. My point being, Venusaur has not been on the list yet. I'm thinking because it's just so good as it is right now. I'm sure they're going to bring it back around again for another community day. So this is interesting. Let's go ahead and talk about this. We instantly swap here, so we can either force a shield or just put ourselves in a good situation. So they're letting it go and up against the Flygon here. So this is just, a winning scenario now. So anyways, back to the Venusaur. What do you think it will get? I have to go look into that. I have to go to Bulbapedia and take a look at what they have going on for it. But I really can't even throw out some guesses, to be honest. I'm completely at a loss as to what, all of the moves potentials that it does have. But Frenzy Plant, Vine Whip, Sludge Bomb, it's already looking pretty good. But anyways, into the next match, we're met with a Diggersby. They're swapping into their Galvantula, and I go into Charizard. It's a good situation. We're doing a lot of damage to each other. It's perfectly fine. As you can see, look at that damage. So we're almost to another Dragon Claw after this. We don't need to throw it. We should be able to take them out. And beautiful. And we have energy ready to go. We did not get off that Dragon Claw. We should have done that. We should have done that. It would have been a little bit of extra damage that we could have been working with here. So we're getting the last shield. Fine. And we're going to let this go through, knowing it is going to be a Fire Punch. Super effective, but we don't need to shield up. That's fine. Now we do. Okay, now we'll shield up the Fire Punch and get ready for a swap. And there it is, into an Umbreon. So we're going to gain a little bit more energy, almost 2 Frenzy Plants, and then swap into our Muck. And we should be able to take control of the situation here. So the question is, do they have Last Resort on that Umbreon here? And they go for a Foul Play, so it doesn't look like they do. And we're going to be going for a little bit of extra energy here. Looks like I think we might go for 100 energy. We have no more shields, but we're perfectly fine. And there's the 100. Going for the Sludge Wave here, and then we'll have energy ready for the next Pokemon. Taking out that Umbreon, in comes the Diggersby. And now this is not going to KO or anything, but they're going to be kind of forced to throw their energy because they can't necessarily farm us down here. But what they're doing is actually they're trying to build up to 2 Fire Punches because they knew that's what they needed to do to win this. They remembered there was energy on the Venusaur and there was no other way around it. So good game there. Moving on to our next opponent here. Let's see what we're going to be met with. And it is going to be a Galarian Stunfisk. This is a fine matchup here. Just got to look out for Earthquake. They're going to be swapping, retreating with energy, and catching a Frenzy Plant with a Lapras. Okay. Bringing in Deoxys with Zen Headbutt. The spice is real, folks. So they're going to be getting staff from that Zen Headbutt. Zen Headbutt is not necessarily a good move or anything. But hey, interesting choice of moves here. Also doesn't gain energy that great. But on the flip, at least they're going to be doing some decent damage to poison types. So there's that. So we're just going to continue on. We got both shields out of them. They're going to be swapping back into their Galarian Stunfisk. And we're going to go ahead and shield this up, throw the Dark Pulse, and then after this, we'll go ahead and swap and then bring in, I think we're going to bring in maybe a Venusaur. Yeah, we have all that energy. Just going to go ahead and just throw that right now. That Deoxys with Zen Headbutt will deal super effective damage to our Venusaur, but we're going to be able to get to another Frenzy Plant and take out the Deoxys with that OP plant move. Let's go. Remember when I kept calling it Plant Frenzy? That's funny. All right, on to the next one here. Oh, we got a mirror match, folks. And not only a mirror match, but a literal one with Shiny. Very nice. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that Sludge Bomb, expecting a shield here. I wanted to catch. I think that's what's going to happen for this battle here. And they're going for their Sludge. We're going. Oh, I got it wrong. They wanted to catch potential Frenzy Plant? I don't know. But we're throwing our Sludge Bomb there, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our own Charizard. So we have the same team so far. I wonder what they have for their third Pokemon. Except for our Charizard is shiny. Let's go. Going to go ahead and farm down here. And still holding on to 2 shields. They're bringing in a Lapras. Okay, well, guess it's not the same team. We're going to go ahead and just throw that Blast Burn here. And we should have... Oh, did we get to another? Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Let's get it. Nerves of Steel. Getting that off. Beautiful. One more second, we would have been done. All right, bringing in the Muck here. Just put in the rest of the work. They're swapping into that Venusaur. And we're going to go ahead and let it go through. And I think this is one of those battles where I try to win without shielding anything. I don't know if that's necessarily going to... Actually, yes. Yes, it is. So they bring in their Lapras and they take it. Oh, no, we catch. Okay, there we go. Really don't want to use our shields here, huh? And now we can go ahead and bring back our Muck, able to get to the Dark Pulse, and we didn't have to use a shield. Okay, there we go. There's one of those situations where I was really trying to make that happen there. All right, on to our next opponent. This is going to be the last battle. If you do enjoy these, where I kind of showcase battles at lower levels once we are deep into the season. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll try to make some more interesting teams or videos out of this. Anyways, they're going to go ahead and swap, and they're going into their Polito. We're still doing big damage, able to get to another Dark Pulse here. I would suspect they're going to shield this one up. Yeah, otherwise that would have been over for the Politoed, basically. We're going to go ahead and let this Weather Ball go through. See if they want to throw another one. And we're going to go ahead and let that go. Come back in here with, obviously, the Venusaur. The question is, do we want to farm up? I don't know. And yes, well, they're swapping. Yeah, very interesting. Into an Alola Marowak. Feel like we should have maybe thrown a Frenzy Plant, but we're retreating with our energy. And hitting us with a Shadow Bone. So this is an okay matchup. It's not the best situation. You're going to at least be doing neutral with the Dragon Claw, but it's really not doing much. It's going to be a lot better if you do have Dragon Breath on your Charizard. That is the winning matchup for you right there for sure. And what do? I think we want to hold on to that shield because, well, I mean, I know we're coming in here with Venusaur, but it's still going to be doing a lot of damage to them. Let's take a look. Taking them out. And check it out. Let's go. That's just all we had to do. We had to make sure we took out that Alola Marowak, got all their shields, and now we're just going to be able to go in here and sweep up. The only problem was that Abomasnow. We had energy to go for it, and we took it out. Fantastic. So there you have it, trainers. Bringing you some battles with my son's account here. Did use some of, well, all of the TMs and pretty much all of the Stardust and almost all his rare candies to do this. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. We do have the sustainability event starting tomorrow, so it should be pretty fun. I'll be bringing you some more news on it, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care, trainers.